Namaskar. We do meditation because it helps us to go into the more resourceful state of the brain and mind. We do meditation because of stress management, to get inner power, energy, to activate our intuition and to feel blissful. But some people, especially the beginners, instead of all those positive effects of meditation, they feel rather irritated and angry. When they're doing meditation, they feel just irritated. And even after completing the session of meditation, they still feel irritated for maybe 30 to 40 minutes. I would like to talk about why is it so, where this irritation comes from, and what to do to remove it. Our mind is addicted to the external objects. We perceive the external reality through eyes, ears, skin, tongue, and nose. And when we perceive something, we actually feel happy. Some hormones released in the brain, and we feel good. Especially in the modern age. In the modern age, we have lots of gadgets, we have social networks, we have video games, and the stimulation of the brain is really immense. When you play video games, it's just like a direct injection of the hormones into the brain. That's why it is so addictive. Same with the social networks. You are searching for the new messages. You are checking your WhatsApp, you're checking your Facebook, your social networks every 5 minutes, every now and then. Why? Because every time I check, I get a little dose of the dopamine, of the serotonin. Some hormones are being produced in the brain, and we feel good. So this is another kind of addiction in the 21st century. That's why I would say that meditation in the 21st century is extremely necessary, because we have never met with such a challenge ever before, Homo sapiens. We lived in the nature 1 million years, and we were in balance. Our psychological structure is prepared for that, to live in the nature. We never prepared ourselves to sit with the smartphones and check the emails and check the messages every 5 minutes. That has never been before. So therefore, today in the 21st century, there is a huge amount of psychological disorders. We get depression, we get so many disorders, schizophrenia, so many of them. So today I would say that meditation becomes extremely necessary, because I'm also active user of the gadgets, active users of the social networks, and I'm very connected. You know, I hundreds of messages every day, and I'm replying, and I'm doing lots of activities today, and I have to do, because if you want to progress in the modern age, you must use all of those. But I feel an effect on myself. I feel that my mind becomes agitated. But that effect is neutralized through meditation. When I sit in meditation, even for 15 minutes, after meditation, I feel just like restarted, calm, beautiful. So, it is very important. But if you are not feeling calm and beautiful, you are feeling irritated and angry, then what's going on? Why? This is because the mind is addicted, is already heavily addicted with the external objects. And meditation is something which is opposite to this addiction. It is abstinence from the dose of pleasure. You are closing down the doors of your eyes, of your ears, of your hands, of your legs, of your tongue, and you are sitting like that, without perceiving anything. So mind becomes uneasy, just like a drug addict. If he or she is not getting a dose then he becomes very, very uneasy. And he's thinking, how to survive through the night. And then in the morning I'm going to arrange another dose of a drug. So similarly, the mind sitting in meditation is feeling, how I'm going to survive through the night? How I'm going to survive through this meditation? Oh my God, another 10 minutes. And becomes very, very uneasy. And if something happens, the clock, tick-tock, oh, you are catching that. And you are listening to that clock. Somebody came, oh, the message came. And your mind wants to think about those things, doesn't want to do meditation. And you are guiding the mind, you're forcing the mind to go in the direction that mind is not habituated to go to. So that's why there is a reaction in the mind. You feel irritation. So this irritation you feel if you have not properly prepared yourself for meditation. I have already talked about it in the previous video, in the basic course of meditation. It is very important to prepare the mind. If you prepare the mind, your meditation is going to be efficient. Otherwise, it is going to be irritating for some people. So what is preparation? It is Lalita Marmika with the singing of the mantra. You move, you sing, you may close your eyes, you may open your eyes, but you move. There is an activity, and the mind is enjoying it. It's beautiful. You have vocal expression, you are singing, you are listening to your voice. It is very nice, it is calming down. But at the same time, you're breaking the heavy attachments, like the social networks, gadgets, and the activities of the busy world. You're switching to another activity. And at the same time, you're already starting to enjoy a spiritual idea. And then the moment comes when you are ready for meditation. Then you sit and you meditate. And your meditation is efficient and sweet also. So for those people who experience this irritation and anger in meditation, I would advise that they should do like 15 minutes of preparation, singing the mantra and dancing, and just 5 minutes of meditation. Because when the night is short, and you know this very quickly, now I'm going to do 5 minutes, then 5 messages will come. I'm checking every 30 seconds, but just one message. But after 5 minutes, there will be 5 messages. So I'm going to enjoy more. So you are sitting for 5 minutes. You know that the night of the mind is very short. And I'm going to get my dose, no problem. So there is not much suppression. And then you increase little by little. Every week you increase 1 minute and 1 minute. And then before you notice, you're already sitting half an hour and you're enjoying your meditation. So prepare the mind properly with the practice of kirtana, singing the mantra, and then sit even for 5 minutes. But wholeheartedly. Focus entirely on the spiritual idea. You will come back to all those important thoughts and all those important activities. But at least for 5 minutes, you stay without them and you enjoy something else. In this way, you will overcome slowly this irritation and anger that happens in meditation. Actually, it is for everybody, not only for those people who experience this problem. Because we may not feel anger, but still our mind is very restless, searching for the different objects of thinking. Another thing, irritation comes when the nervous system is agitated. Agitation equals heat. When our body is heated, then I am prone to anger and agitation. So if I take bath with the cool water, it helps. Or half bath. There is a procedure called Vyapak Shaocha, is also in the basic course. When your nervous system is cooled down, you are going to enjoy much better meditation. Just physical effect over the physical body. And then another thing is keeping Maunavrata in the morning. Maunavrata means vow of silence. When you wake up, immediately you go to your telephone and you see what has come during the night. you are checking the news, then your brain will go into that extraversial mode. It is already ready to perceive all those hormones. So it becomes agitated. So it is very unwise, just after opening your eyes, to go and check your gadget. You open your eyes, you sit, and you meditate 3 seconds. Just feel the spiritual beauty. And after that, you go take bath and brush your teeth, go toilet, and then sit for meditation. And until you have finished all your spiritual practices, don't talk to anybody, don't check any news, don't pay attention to anything that happens in the external world. In this way, you are going to have very good meditation. So these are the little hints how to improve your practice. Thank you very much. Maybe you know some more hints, and our viewers will appreciate if you write in the comments something which really works for you. Thank you.